Welcome to Sir Pam's Learning Channel!
Ano po ba ang talagang main goal ng DO49?
Maybe we should start kung ano yung layunin talaga ng DO49. DO49 seeks to, number one, depoliticize yung DepEd. Number two, as the title states, DO49 seeks to promote professionalism within our ranks. So, hindi lang po teachers yan, pati rin po DepEd personnel. Now, I think we have to clarify that ito pong professionalism, hindi po bago yan sa DO49. Tayo pong mga DepEd employees, kasama po dyan ang ating mga guro, kasama rin ang ating non-teaching staff, we are all employed in the government and therefore we are all civil servants. So yung professionalism, nasa RA 6713 na po yan. Yan po yung tinatawag na Code of Conduct and Ethical Standards for Civil Servants. So DO49 seeks to reiterate, to emphasize, yung Code of Conduct for Civil Servants, which includes our teachers. So dyan po, gusto lang nating maging professional yung DepEd. Gusto rin po natin na hindi dinadaan sa mga other government officials, sa mga politiko, yung mga requests sa DepEd. Kasi meron naman po tayong procedures para sa requests. So yun po talaga ang layunin ng DO49. So sa operationalization ng DO49, actually there's no need to operationalize that at this point because matagal na po yan dahil under civil service rules nga po yan yung professionalism. That's why if you look at the wording, it's really more of a reiteration, no? Bakit ba? Kasi ang ating mga guro, for example, they are role models. I think we all agree that they are all role models. And as role models, syempre po, they should act professionally, and aside from that, they should always uphold the honor of DepEd in general. So, pagdating naman po sa, marami rin po kasi nagtatanong yung admin cases, di ba, and all those punitive measures. Actually, those punitive measures are already with the civil service. Sa atin naman po sa DO, it's really a reiteration of the need for all of us DepEd employees to be professional. Now, if the violation constitutes as a violation under civil service rules, and then of course, that could be made subject of an admin case. But again, yan na po ay hindi bago. Talaga naman pong nasa civil service rules na yan.
Na-ask na po yung tungkol dun sa reaction dun sa DO49. Follow-up na lang po siguro, attorney, especially dun po sa portion ng social media following between teachers and their students. Paano po ba yung magiging sistema dito? Like, on a personal capacity po ba ito na bawal i-message or bawal i-follow yung isang student, no, beyond their class hours? Paano po ba yun, attorney?
Actually, that word used was to avoid, diba? Because we are discouraging it. What are we discouraging? Yung communication outside the school setting. So ano pong ibig sabihin nun? Alam naman po natin that especially with the pandemic, naging medium na rin yung social media like messenger groups, for example, para magbigay ng instructions sa classroom setting. So yun po, that's not considered outside the school setting. For as long as we're talking about instruction, for as long as we're talking about class matters, hindi po yan outside the school setting. Ano po ba yung gusto nating ma-discourage dito? Yung nagiging very personal na yung relationship between the teacher and the learner. And I don't think that's unnatural. Why? Because there has to be a line. That's why we're promoting professionalism, di ba? Hindi lang naman po sa schools yan, kahit sa workplace. There has to be a line between the learners and the teachers. Alam natin, the past few months, marami nagiging mga reklamo tungkol sa sexual abuses, sexual grooming, at ang parating pinopost online, hindi po ba, ay text exchanges between the teachers and the learners. Meron pang incident na nabanggit din ng ating Vice President and Secretary of Education, Sara Duterte, nung kamakailan, nung na-interview siya, na merong nagiinuman na learner at teacher, tapos nasaksak nung learner yung teacher for because of certain reasons, no, that I don't want to get into right now. But nung nangyari yon, ang tanong po sa atin parate is, bakit nangyari yan na nagiinuman ang teacher at a learner? Ano pong ginagawa ng DepEd para hindi po mang-uulit yung mga ganyang bagay? So basically, that's what we're doing. There has to be a line between the teacher and the learner, but we are not discouraging the use of social media for classroom instruction, and that's why the word or the phrase outside the school setting must be emphasized.
Sir, number one, meron po bang consultation kahit sa mga teachers or employees pagdating dito sa release nitong issuance na to? And then number two, kasi meron doon, aside from the social media interactions na dinidiscourage ninyo, meron din doon provision na yung raise ng concerns ng mga teachers, wag daanin sa social media. So, may mga ganon. Pero, given kasi sir yung setup ng DepEd, even sa school level, may hierarchy po kasi yan eh. So, hindi tayo pwedeng, syempre mapag-iinitan si teacher kung ipapadaan natin. So, sino po ang magiging responsible sa possible violations? Kung violation ba siya maituturing dito sa bagong sa DO49?
Pagdating po sa consultation, ito po kasi maybe I have to clarify what I said also earlier. No? Ito po kasi ay talagang reiteration lang ng civil service rules natin. No? So, dun po sa nasabi niyo po na may hierarchy sa schools, I agree, talagang may ganyang cases po tayo. That's why we have yung ating PAAC kung tawagin, yung Public Assistance Action Center. And based on experience, since PAAC naman po is also under my office, marami rin po talaga tayo mga nakukuhang complaints from teachers and even from employees dun sa PAAC na ina-actionan na po natin. Ang gusto lang po talaga natin is dumaan tayo sa tamang procedure or dumaan tayo sa tamang channels para mag-air ng grievances. Siyempre, hindi naman natin fully makokontrol talaga yan na may nag-air ng grievances. But sa atin naman po, I mean on a personal level, para siguro mas lalong maintindihan, kung gusto mong ayusin yung problema, kung isang tao gusto niya maayusin ang problema, yung problema siya sa isang tao, kung talagang gusto niyang ayusin yon, kakausapin niya yung tao. Diba? Because posting online actually won't resolve that issue. It's really approaching the person and fixing the issue with that person. And parang ganun na rin na ihahalin tulad po natin dito sa DepEd. No? So pag may problema po, hindi lang ang teacher, pati po ang DepEd personnel or other employees, meron naman po tayong channels na kung talagang gusto nating maayos yung problema and not to simply air grievances, no, in public. Ngayon po, pag naintindihan natin that there are instances na sensitive, nahihirapan silang lumapit sa superior, we do have the Public Assistance Action Center. Those are hotlines, not just phone numbers, but we also have emails. And we have people responding there every day po. So, and based on experience, meron din po tayo natatanggap talaga na ganyang complaints. At ina-actionan naman po.